Welcome to Trump Wire, your trusted source for breaking headlines, global insights, and sharp analysis from around the world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. At Shanghai Pudong International Airport, anticipation filled the air. The terminal buzzed with excitement as travelers, aviation enthusiasts, and media crews gathered, all eager to witness a historic moment. The atmosphere was electric, with people craning their necks for a better view, cameras flashing, and children pressed against the glass, eyes wide with wonder. On the runway, a gleaming white aircraft stood ready, its sleek lines reflecting the morning sun. The crowd watched in hushed anticipation, aware that they were about to witness something truly special, a new chapter in their nation's story. All eyes were on the C919, China's first large passenger jet, a symbol of national pride and ambition. Years of hard work, innovation, and determination had led to this moment. The C919 represented not just a technological achievement, but a dream realized for countless engineers and visionaries. The engines roared to life, sending vibrations through the ground and hearts racing. With a surge of power, the jet began its takeoff roll, gathering speed as it raced down the runway. In a breathtaking display of engineering, the C919 lifted off with effortless grace, climbing steadily into the clear blue sky. Cheers erupted from the crowd, applause echoing across the tarmac as the C919 soared overhead. For many, it was a moment of celebration and hope, a milestone for Chinese aviation and a testament to what could be achieved through unity and perseverance. This was more than just a flight. It was China's bold declaration that it could compete on the world stage, in a field long dominated by giants like Boeing and Airbus. The C919's ascent was a signal to the world that a new contender had arrived, ready to challenge the status quo and push the boundaries of what's possible in aviation. International experts and industry leaders watched closely, impressed by the smooth ascent and the advanced technology on display. Yet, they also knew that challenges remained. Certification, global acceptance, and fierce competition lay ahead. Still, the successful flight was a promising start. The C919's journey from blueprint to flight was a testament to persistence, innovation, and the tireless efforts of thousands. Engineers, designers, and workers had poured their expertise and passion into every rivet and panel, overcoming obstacles and setbacks along the way. As the C919 climbed above the clouds, its silhouette framed by the rising sun, it signaled not just a successful takeoff, but the dawn of a new era in global aviation, one where new dreams could take flight and the sky was truly the limit. The C919 is central to China's strategy for technological independence. More than just a new airplane, it represents a bold ambition to transform China from the world's factory into a global leader in innovation and advanced engineering. For decades, China's skies have been dominated by foreign aircraft, but the C919 is a statement that the country is ready to chart its own course in aviation. Developed by Comac, the C919 is designed to rival the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320, two of the most successful passenger jets in history. By challenging these giants, China aims to break decades of foreign dominance in its skies and open a new chapter in its aviation story. The C919 is not just a commercial project. It's a symbol of national pride and technological progress. The project is a pillar of the Made in China 2025 initiative, a sweeping government plan to propel China into the ranks of high-tech superpowers. By focusing on advanced manufacturing, robotics, and aerospace, the initiative seeks to reduce China's dependence on foreign technology and foster homegrown innovation. The C919 is a flagship of this vision, showcasing the country's determination to lead in cutting-edge industries. For Beijing, building the C919 is about national security as much as commerce, reducing reliance on Western aircraft and gaining control over critical infrastructure. The ability to design, build, and maintain its own passenger jets is seen as essential for safeguarding China's future, both economically and strategically. It's a matter of sovereignty in the skies. While assembled in China, the C919 initially depended on Western engines and avionics, exposing a strategic vulnerability. Key components like jet engines and flight control systems were sourced from American and European suppliers, making the program vulnerable to export restrictions and political pressure. This reliance highlighted the challenges of building a truly independent aerospace industry. This dependence on foreign technology made the program susceptible to global trade tensions. As trade disputes flared between China and the West, the risk of supply chain disruptions became a real concern. Every new round of tariffs or export controls threatened to delay the project and increase costs, underscoring the importance of self-reliance. The intricate supply chain, stretching from North America and Europe to Shanghai, left the C919 exposed to geopolitical risks. Each part, from avionics to landing gear, had to cross borders and navigate complex regulations. This global web of suppliers was both a strength and a weakness, making the C919 a truly international project, but also a potential target in times of tension. China soon realized that true aerospace sovereignty would require mastering every component at home. The next phase of the C919 project is focused on developing domestic alternatives for engines, avionics and other critical systems. Only by achieving this level of self-sufficiency can China ensure its place as a major player in the global aviation industry, and fulfill its dream of flight on its own terms. As the C919 advanced, the U.S. responded with export controls, targeting the jet's critical American-made components. In 2025, Washington suspended export licenses for the LEAP-1C engines, threatening to halt C919 production. This move underscored how quickly access to vital technology could be cut off, creating uncertainty for COMAC and its customers. The U.S. strategy aimed to slow China's progress and discourage international buyers. Even after engine exports resumed, the message was clear. China's aerospace ambitions faced powerful headwinds. Airlines grew wary, and production delays mounted. The C919 became a symbol of the broader US-China tech rivalry. The pressure campaign forced China to rethink its approach to building a world-class jet. Instead of backing down, China doubled down on self-reliance. The export bans galvanized a national mission to develop homegrown aerospace technology. Billions were invested in domestic R&D, with a focus on replacing every foreign component. The CJ1000A engine project became a top priority, aiming to free the C919 from Western dependence. China also launched programs to attract top scientific talent back home, building a new generation of innovators. US restrictions, meant to isolate China, instead sparked a powerful drive for technological independence. Despite China's determination to establish itself as a major player in the global aviation industry, the C919 project faced significant turbulence on the production line. The ambitious plan to roll out a new generation of commercial jets was quickly tested by a series of unexpected supply chain disruptions. These setbacks rippled through the entire manufacturing process, causing delays that were felt at every stage of assembly. Production targets, once set with optimism, began to slip as engine shortages, and uncertainty over critical components slowed the assembly lines to a crawl. The global shortage of advanced jet engines combined with logistical bottlenecks meant that even the most basic parts sometimes arrived late, or not at all. This forced engineers and workers to constantly adjust their schedules, further compounding the delays. In 2024, only 13 C919 jets were delivered to customers, far below the ambitious expectations set by COMAC and Chinese officials. The limited number of new aircraft rolling off the line was a stark reminder of the challenges facing China's aviation dreams. Beyond production woes, the C919 faced another major hurdle: the lack of international certification from the FAA and EASA. Without these crucial endorsements, the jet was restricted to domestic routes, unable to compete in the lucrative international market. As a result, the C919 was effectively locked out of most global markets, flying exclusively for China's major state-owned airlines. This limited its exposure and prevented it from gaining the international credibility that comes with serving foreign carriers. While China's domestic market is vast and bustling, offering plenty of opportunities for growth, the true test of the C919's success lies beyond its borders. For now, global ambitions remain just out of reach. COMAC's challenge is not just building planes, but also proving their safety, reliability, and performance to the world's most demanding regulators and airlines. Gaining international trust is a slow and rigorous process, requiring years of testing and validation. Until those hurdles are cleared, the C919 will remain a regional contender, serving China and a handful of nearby markets, but unable to challenge the global giants just yet. The path to global competition is long, uncertain, and filled with obstacles. But for China's aviation industry, the journey has only just begun. Beijing responded with a sweeping localization campaign, targeting every foreign-supplied part on the C919. New companies and research initiatives sprang up to build a complete domestic aerospace ecosystem. The CJ1000A engine, Chinese avionics, and landing gear became national priorities. At international expos, COMAC showcased its growing roster of Chinese suppliers. Diplomatically, China courted new partners, especially in countries less aligned with the US. The C919 made its global debut at the Singapore Air Show, signaling China's intent to compete internationally. Beijing's message: China is building for the long game, determined to shape the future of aviation. China's next move was to build its own network of aviation standards and partnerships. Brunei's adoption of Chinese certification marked a breakthrough, opening doors for the C919 in Southeast Asia. China now encourages Belt and Road nations to follow suit, creating an alternative aviation ecosystem. This strategy challenges the dominance of Western regulators and expands the C919's potential market. Meanwhile, a diplomatic thaw with the US led to resumed engine exports and eased tensions. Yet, China sees this as a temporary window to accelerate self-reliance. The lesson: future stability depends on technological independence. China is racing to ensure it's never vulnerable again. The C919's rise is reshaping the global aviation industry. For developing nations, it offers a long-awaited alternative to Boeing and Airbus. Airbus, meanwhile, is deepening its presence in China, expanding local production to compete head-to-head with the C919. International airlines weigh the C919's cost advantages against concerns over certification and support. Most major carriers remain cautious, waiting for the jet to prove itself over time. Global suppliers like GE and Honeywell face tough choices as China pushes for local alternatives. The result is a realignment of supply chains and a more fragmented, competitive market. The world is watching as the balance of power in aviation begins to shift. The C919's journey is redefining global aviation. US efforts to slow China have only fueled its determination and investment. COMAC's domestic market is secure, with demand for thousands of new jets in the coming decades. The future will see three aviation spheres: the West, China, and contested regions in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. The key test is whether China can master critical technologies like the CJ1000A engine. If successful, China will achieve true aerospace independence and challenge the global duopoly. The C919's story is a lesson in unintended consequences. Competition has only grown fiercer. The world is about to get a new choice in how it flies.